guys, and welcome back to another episode of Oh My Dear Lawn. Today is March 25th. Gonna go over a little bit of kind of the history of my lawn and the things that I've done to get it to the point that it is now. So we'll kind of start with, like I said, the thing that kind of kicked off this whole crazy journey that I'm on. So the biggest thing that really kicked off this whole jump into yard care for me was this back patio here. So I'll show you a picture now of what was here before. And this deck, like I said, previous owners never took care of it. I tried sanding it, staining it, making it look as good as I possibly could, and it still ended up I about fell through it, so ended up deciding to pour some concrete and pour an actual patio back here. So I ripped all that out and poured an entire patio here in the backyard. It's 10 feet by 18 feet long, and then I built this little staircase that went along with it. Looks really great compared to what I used to have. It's a lot more functional. I can actually sit back here and enjoy my yard now. And it was a project that kind of kickstarted because I was like, oh man, I can sit back here and enjoy my yard, but my yard was not enjoyable to look at, as you'll see from some of these things. So a little bit of history on my yard. So I moved into this house, like I said, 6-7 years ago. The home was built in 2007. The previous owners had actually put in the yard, everything in the house. So I had nothing to do with it, but after talking to some neighbors and things, it turns out my yard was initially sodded. So each house, so this neighborhood was one of those neighborhoods where, I don't know if it's common anywhere else, but it is kind of in this area, that the home buyer has to build a certain percentage of the home, meaning the builder provides them tools and training and different things to build their home. So that's how my home got built. And part of the thing they had to do was the yard. Like, there were some requirements. So they put in the fence, the yard, the sprinkler system as just part of building the home. After talking to some neighbors chose to seed their lawn, others chose to sod it. My neighbors did choose to sod this yard. So with that, we'll kind of go into kind of a walkthrough. So with this, the fence I did not put in, and there's some weird, crazy bumps in this fence. In fact, to this corner back here, there was about a foot gap between where the grass was and where the bottom of the fence was. And as you probably, hard to tell in the video, but it slopes up into the corner. So the only way I could think to remedy that was to put in this flower bed, and I built it up to be about level with the bottom of the fence. And my goal to kind of hide it is I'm actually going to plant a tree in there this spring to kind of hide that area, so that you can't see you won't notice the bump and stuff as much that is in the yard. Next, we got this area here. This is probably one of the hardest spots to fix up in this backyard renovation. So like I said, I've said in a previous video, they had all my landscaping kind of sloping back towards the house. There's no flower beds, not anything here. So this section here, I'll show you in a picture as well. Basically, it was sloped up in the middle in a big giant hump, and it was a pain in the butt to mow. The sprinkler system was broken in this area. So, and the whole yard was kind of that way. So as we walked through the renovation, like, this whole backyard, everything was not sloped well, and it was very bumpy. A lot of holes in the yard, different things. So we started the project by killing the grass, what little grass that was left, because the sprinkler system had died. And after we had killed the grass, I came through with the mini excavator. And with the mini excavator, we came through and we scraped the entire top layer off of the yard. And scraping the top layer off allowed me to then kind of work in. I finally found most of the sprinkler system, and guys, I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know. You could tell the people who put in the sprinkler system did not probably know the best way to do that. I found whole sections of pipe as I was digging and things that were not even glued together. So it was a big project to fix that. So after we got it kind of roughly leveled with the mini excavator, I started my process of fixing the sprinkler system. After the sprinkler system was fixed, we went through, and my friend has this awesome tractor that has this great grater blade in center, and I'll show a picture of it now. And as you can see, I told you, my friends have really cool stuff when it comes to yard care. It's not something you see every day. Super exciting to see it. But we then took that and kind of put a final grade on the whole yard. After that was done, double checked sprinklers, made sure they worked, outlined my flower beds, and then we proceeded to, to prevent mud and everything, I actually went and got mulch and everything, covered the flower beds, and then we laid sod back here. The sod took off really well, so this project took me the entire summer to do. I mean, we poured the patio in April, and I did not lay sod till the end of August. As you can see, it took very, very well back here. It looks wonderful. Still little bumping areas for the in-between of sod, but like I said, I'm planning the top dressing back here this year, and it's really going to set this place apart. Very exciting to see this. Now that I've walked you guys through the basics of what the renovation was, I will also take some time to show you the different. I'll show you the pictures of the before and afters of the backyard, so you kind of get an idea of what I've been kind of talking about. Another big area that I just realized as I was walking past that I missed was my air conditioner unit here. So the air conditioner unit, so we determined the grade of my yard should have been kind of set even with my window well covers up towards the top. So they'd actually put my AC unit down hot, pretty low. So I built, to kind of remedy that, because it take a lot of work to lift that back up and undo all the AC in the middle of August, lift it back up, raise the AC unit. So I built this little retaining wall out of just some blocks. I put a little bit of a drainage pipe underground that runs out both sides, so water shouldn't build up in there. And it just works very, very well. So it looks good. It's kind of puts a unique perspective on that flower bed. so the front yard, same thing, it was sodded as well initially. They didn't do the greatest job leveling it, so that's why there's going to be the project coming later this spring to make my front yard look a little bit better. There's also no flower beds up here, so last year when I was with that big pile of dirt I talked about, we took it, I had a little bit extra left over, so I was able to haul it up here to the front yard, and I kind of cut in this flower bed that goes all the way around. It also helped raise my grade a little bit in the yard too, because once again everything was going back towards the house. So it was good to get that done, and honestly having the flowers and the different colors up in the front really made a huge difference for my front yard. So really excited to get it looking better, not look so winter bound. But super excited for this lawn season. As you can see, the yard is greening up quick. It's just looking wonderful. I think I might already have the dominant yard in the neighborhood, probably because I've mowed 6 or 7 times already. But super fun, super excited for this year, super excited for the projects and the different things. So really excited, guys, for this next thing I'm going to show you. So with my top dressing projects I'm doing this year, I needed some kind of lawn drag, and I searched all over, kind of watching a whole bunch of other YouTubers' videos, and I really liked the one that the Lawn Rebel did, but I know his is like 10 feet wide, and you would not be able to take any corners in my yard if it was something that was 10 feet wide. So I have a friend who is a high school welding teacher, and I had him and his students put together this kind of the similar pattern for me, a wonderful little lawn drag. He dropped it off today for me when I got off of work, so super excited to use it. I mean, you guys, if you get a chance, go follow his Instagram and his Facebook. It is absolutely hilarious. You will enjoy it. He's at Provo High School Welding, so him and his students are just the best, and they put out some really great content as well on the internet that I think has just brought the trade industry up front quite a bit, especially the welding industry, for students coming up in the world looking into trades. So it's really cool what he's done. So really excited that he was able to make this for me. So I made it. The whole thing's made out of channel and angle iron, and you know, it's perfect. It's going to help me really get this leveling project out, and I'll be able to use it for years to come with top dressings. Really excited about it. Can't wait to try it out for the first time here pretty quick. I mean, we're about there. I mean, generally most people don't start doing much in their lawns until mid-April around here because of our frost dates and different things like that. Today's been kind of a weird year, this year has been kind of a weird year for us. It has gotten warm a lot quicker than it normally does, and it's great for me because I've been enjoying just getting out, mowing, fertilizing, and just getting the yard going, even though it's probably a little bit early for us. But excited to use this new lawn drag. That's the word I was looking for. Excited that you guys know a little bit more history about my lawn and kind of some of the things that I've done in the backyard on that renovation, and I can't wait to see what I do here in the front yard and what it's going to do to change the appearance of my yard. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you tune in for the next one. Please like and subscribe to the video. It'll help me out, get this channel going. We'll see you guys in the next video.